All right, it's been a little while since I caught those bees. I'm standing here over the hive. You see, this is the plum tree, and you see that's where they were swarming before. You see that? See, there's just a few running around because they can still smell where the queen was running around, and she was running around on that limb a little bit, and they can still smell that. And you can see, look at them. See, they're running around a little bit, smelling her, saying like, "Where'd she go? Where'd she go?" But you see these down here, look what they're doing. They're fanning their wings. They stick their tails up in the air and fan their wings, and they're fanning a scent. And that scent says, "Come on, girl, she's in here." Because most of these bees are girls. Not many of them are guys, what they call drones. And these are all worker bees, and they're all female. The drones don't do anything except mate. They're only good for mating. And they'll have some drones in the hive. And of course, at wintertime, they kick them out because they're not good to them. But you can see, I'm going, there's the side of the hive. Here's the back of the hive. And here's the other side of the hive. And you can see those bees are all on the front right there and inside that hive. And the reason they're like that, you can see them going in right there. See that little hole right there? A little hole right there. Little hole right there. And they'll make their way in. It's getting dark. You can see there's the western sky right there in the sunset. So it's getting dark. And it's close to 7 o'clock at night. I don't even really know what time it is. But they'll make their way in there. Some of them may live out, and some of them may stay outside tonight. They do that because they're not really settled yet. They're not completely sold on this hive yet. And I'll tell you how you can tell that, because if you'll look, you can see some of those bees dancing. And what they're doing is they're trying to tell the hive, all right, I know of a spot that we can go to, and they'll dance in a certain direction, trying to get that hive to follow them. But most likely, since the queen's inside there, and they're here, they probably won't go anywhere. Now, a lot of people will tell you that when you have a swarm and you catch it, you need to move it immediately, which is fine. I mean, that works. And a lot of people will shut their hives up for 3 days or so and keep the bees in there so they won't leave. Because if I took that hive and I put it back from the hive that they come from, anywhere near that hive, they will leave this hive. They will not stay in there because they think, well, I'm back where I was and I hadn't done my job. I haven't got a new spot. So what I do is I've got like 5 different areas back there that I can place these hives, and I try to watch and see where these swarms come from, which hives these swarms come out of, and I replace these hives on a different railroad tie, usually 3 or 4 away from where they originally were. And I very seldom lose a hive. I don't bottle them up or anything. But one thing I do is the day that I catch them, I leave that hive sitting in that spot, and I leave it there the whole next day. And I let them, if they still look like this, I'll leave them there another day till they quit doing this right here, because they're still in swarm mode, still looking for a place. They're not really settled on this hive if they keep doing this right here. And I've had hives that did this for 3 or 4 days and then came back out and went back up on the tree because they just didn't like that hive. And you don't want to shake them back in that hive, because there's something about that hive they don't like. You get a new hive and you get new frames and you do a complete whole new setup, and you try to catch them bees again, and you catch them, and 9 times out of 10 that works. Now, I've lost a hive every once in a while, but not very many. But I always leave them there the next day, the whole next day, to make sure they all go in the hive and they're working. And you can see that other hive that I caught about 10 feet away over there. There it is. Let me see if I can get my zoom on him. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be doing this video like that. But that's about as good as I can zoom right there. But you see that hive right there? They're already buttoned up. I caught that hive earlier today, and they're already good to go. but I won't move that hive tonight. I'm gonna give them another day, and I'm gonna let them work all day tomorrow, and they will. They'll start. You'll see that they'll come out, and they'll take orientation flights trying to figure out where they're at, and they'll get it pretty straight pretty quick, and then they'll start working. And you see them coming back with pollen and stuff, then you know they're good to go. So then tomorrow night, I will move that hive. I know where that hive, I know which hive that one came out of. And I'll move that hive about 5 railroad ties back, and I'll keep that hive. And this hive right here, I gotta wait till they get out of this mode right here and get in that hive and start working. And once I get them like that, then I'll move them back, and I'll move them away from where they came from. I know which hive this one came out of. And I'll move them somewhere, and most likely I'll keep them. I hardly ever lose them when I work it like that. So anyway, I caught them, and I'm glad I caught them, because I love to catch my hives because they're very healthy. And I don't like going other places and getting other hives, other swarms, because you never know what you got. And I take really good care of my hives and really good care of my bees, and they're very healthy. Very seldom do I see any mites in them. And I keep the population of hive beetles down by using hive beetle traps in every one of them, and it works really good. So anyway, next swarm I get, we'll do some more videoing, all right? Thank you for joining me. Bye.